welcome.
Board is clear. Docked. I must confess, the hum of a grav drive makes me feel alive.
Any day you make it through is a victory in my book. I was itching to travel with you again.
Yeah, what is it?
Talk to me.
Compiling list of waste disposal solutions. Sending to Rishi Saint.
Need something for your ship? I can get you fixed up. Haven't been here real long, so not much. I can tell you, it's a near a miracle the place is still in one piece. That, and we get all kinds of interesting folks through here, if you catch my drift. Mr. Saint's the one in charge. I'm sure he can tell you the whole history of the place. See you.
We should evacuate. The spacers could already be on their way.
From Anchorpoint? Hell no. Why not send one of your people?
To attack a spacer stronghold head on? No way I'd give that order.
Then hire someone. One of the patrons, maybe. I'll pay the cost. Just do it fast.
You might want to get out of here while you still can. Spacers are planning a raid on this place, and it could happen soon. There's a spacer gang that makes regular stops here. They've caused trouble before, but nothing too serious. Word is, they've got a new leader who's violent and bloodthirsty in the extreme. Ever since, they've been a lot worse. One of them threatened to shoot a patron, so I locked him up. His friends stormed out, promising to come back for some retribution. They said they were bringing everybody. We'll do our best to protect you, but there's only a few of us. I can't guarantee your safety.
Really?
Sounds like you've got experience with this kind of thing. Damn glad you got here when you did. Now listen, there's no need for excessive bloodshed here. Take out the leader and they'll get the message. Good luck out there.
You can use the workbenches, but don't make a mess. You new around here? Well, don't break anything. Place is barely holding together as it is. In case you ain't noticed, this place is old. Like, real old. It's a full-time job making sure everything works around here. That full-time job belongs to me. You better. Got enough on my hands without having to clean up after fools who start poking and prodding things. Had a trader in here last week who leaned on a pipe when the sealant was still drying. Knocked the damn thing loose and sprayed hot water all over himself. Name's Maddie. I keep the place running. Always had a knack for machines. Good thing, too. If it wasn't for me, everyone would have been sucked out into space because we lost a wall. Some ignorant dusty got careless while he was docking. Came in too fast and slammed into the collar like a damn sledgehammer. Whole station buckled. You should have heard the screams. Hell yeah, they are. I'd ask for a raise, but trying to get even one credit out of that skinflint Rishi is damn near impossible. He's got his fist clenched around his credits, tighter than a restrictor clamp on a busted sewage line. Anyway, the workshop's my quarters, but you can use the equipment if you want. Just don't mess with my stuff, or I'll sick Tiger on you. Unless, of course, you get in my good graces by doing a little job for me. That's right. Tiger here's in need of some upgrades. Thing is, I don't have the parts. Now, the parts I'm talking about ain't your standard items. I want the cutting-edge stuff. Prototypes. Parts that ain't even on the market yet. I've reached the limits of what I can do with off-the-shelf stuff. I want to bust through those limits like a sledgehammer. Boom! Only then will I know what I'm truly capable of. Well, ain't you smart? How about I quit wasting both of our time and just level with you? I get reports from time to time about shipments of these prototype robot parts. I give you the info, and you go pay a visit to whatever cargo ship is making the delivery. You bring the parts back to me, and I pay you for them. Good. Now listen up. The parts are small, but valuable, so they'll likely be stored in the captain's locker. That means boarding the ship and dealing with whoever's inside. If you blow the damn thing up and bring me back damaged parts, I ain't paying as much for them. I'll send along the latest tracking info and let you do your thing. Yep. My creation. My pet project, you could say. Okay, bad joke. He keeps me company. And he keeps the unwanted attention away, if you catch my drift. I'm working on rigging up a harness so he can carry tools and such. Be my little helper. Yeah, he's a work in progress. Probably always will be, but ain't we all? It ain't like I've got a steady stream of top quality parts coming in. Truth is, most of my fixes are patch jobs, made with whatever's at hand. We do get traders from time to time, and Rishi haggles with them best he can. But you can bet that if there's a way to make a fix without spending credits, that's what he wants. Yeah, I was done talking to you anyway.
Valeria usually knows the latest gossip. Might want to keep your distance. Some of us have itchy trigger fingers.
Why volunteer for such misery?
Because it's the right thing to do.
Please. You know what your righteousness gets you? A pointless death.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but I'm going.
Yes, yes. You go on.
Whatever brought you here is none of my business.
Thirsty? I've got you covered. I have a son, Gabriel. He became very ill, and I just couldn't afford the treatment. I'd met Mr. Saint while I was tending bar at the Astral Lounge. He tried to hire me for this place, but I said no. It was just so remote. When he learned about my son's illness, he said he'd pay the bills on the condition I work here. It's some kind of alien pathogen. It was attacking his nervous system. Mr. Saint explained it, but I don't have any background in medicine, so most of it went over my head. Apparently, he was the only one who caught it. Rotten luck, I guess. This is no place for a child. I'm not saying Neon is a paradise, but at least there's room to run around and other kids to make friends with. I miss him to death, but I have to think about what's best for him. Besides, my mom's pretty great. I know he's in good hands. A couple of years still. I don't love missing a huge chunk of my son's childhood, but at least I'll have one. It's kind of the way Neon works. Everything comes at a cost. In my case, the cost was 10% interest on the loan. I didn't love making the deal, but my son is the most important thing in my life.
Charging that kind of interest to a mother with a sick child? This guy's a real piece of work.
Now that I've told you my life story, how about a drink? Not exactly news, but I'll give you a heads up anyway. Darcy's a good person, but she had a troubled youth. There was some chem use, and it took a toll. Give her some leeway, is all I'm saying. Oh, what would that be? Sorry, friend. I can't make that right now. I'm not sure I can get you that at the moment. Indeed it is. Here, it's right this way. Follow me.
Yes?
Howdy.
That's unfortunate. Reliable traders are a rare commodity out here.
I have an opportunity you
No,
may be interested
we should
in.
not.
If you're
Beverage
looking
sales
for
are a
work,
staple of this operation.
I need someone to
Then
do a job for me.
Dilute the drinks if you need to.
Preferably
won't
someone
be
that
diluting our
isn't
profits.
burdened by
Then you can be
morality.
grateful I hired security.
Don't be obtuse. You know what I mean. I need someone that doesn't lie awake at night tortured after having to use their gun. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm looking for someone that is willing to kill people. People that may or may not deserve it. For money. No questions asked. Are you that special someone? However much their life was worth. Good. My intel shows the target is at this location. Take them out and bring me proof of the kill.
let you know this is here. Feel free to come and go at any time.
Have us do more. While I'm sure all of us would love to walk into the Terran sites of operations, we have no idea where it is. Unless you know something we don't. Please, enlighten us.
If you would listen to me, Fat Cat, I'm not saying we run around wherever, but we can't just be sitting up in this heap of metal doing nothing.
If you two please, we have a guest.
That thing with you, it's...
It appears we're finally face to face with our Terran-killing friend.
It appears she missed one.
For good reasons, I'm sure. Come on. We have a lot to talk about.
We heard you fought those Terran bastards on the opulence of the stars. You got some guts. But you also got them for bringing one of their damned machines with you. Explain yourself.
And hopefully to our cause. Well, since it doesn't seem to be a threat, allow us to introduce ourselves. We are the veterans of interstellar deployment, but you may call us Void. As members of Void, we represent a higher obligation to watch over and protect the settled systems. The Terran Armada poses a grave threat to us all. You've witnessed it firsthand. Such a threat falls under our obligations.
Now that we've covered everything but our personal hobbies and whether or not we dot our I's with hearts, can we please figure out a plan to put these machines down?
As I tried to explain earlier, Mr. Warren, it may be rather difficult to formulate such a plan without further knowledge on the specifics of who we're facing. Specifics our new friend here may have insight on.
Tell us, what happened on the opulence of the stars? As you can imagine, being who we are, it is best to not arouse suspicion from the general public regarding our true nature. Because of this, the name of Void is simply a front. But back to the conversation at hand. What happened on the opulence?
Terran Armada attacked Opulence of Stars. Left no survivors. Objective: kidnapped Dr. Roxanne Burrow. Purpose of kidnapping: unclear. Assessment: clean execution. Compiling list of potential improvements.
To attack a cruise ship for a mere roboticist. Whatever plan they have, she's important to it.
Agreed. And if she's an asset to them, we need to retrieve her.
It's been a while since we've been in agreement. Which brings us back to our new partner here.
For now. As long as you work for us in resolving this matter, you have a place in this organization.
You will also be rewarded for your time and efforts. Most people do.
Before we speak of this any further, if you are to be our partner in this mission, we must be honest with you regarding the Terran's origins. I have no doubt you know of the Colony War. During that time, there was a large battle between a Free Star and United Colony fleet at the edge of the settled systems. However, instead of following through with the battle, the commanders of the respective fleets met with one another. Last we knew, both fleets vanished side by side. As far as the public knows, the two sides destroyed one another. But as we've since discovered, they banded together to form what we now know as the Terran Armada. We don't know why they left the battle, or why they have now returned. All we know is the threat they currently pose. To say two ships disappeared with one another would create questions during our time of war. Then would come doubt. Then, conspiracies. Everything we didn't need during a time of vulnerability. That is how war works, no? It's never so simple.
Whether you still want to do this or not, you know of us and the Terrans. There's no going back now. Besides, this plan of sending our new hire out to find our missing roboticist would be all fine and dandy if we knew where they even took her.
Running beacon tracker. Error. Location not found. Running search subroutine.
What is it on about?
Beacon identified. Error. Coordinates not found. Require more data to location. Production facility.
A production facility?
If that's where they're building robots, no doubt that is where our roboticist is.
Delta, was it? Would you be able to locate this facility?
Correct. Able to locate using shipping patterns. However, must interface with more Terran systems. Sloppy record keeping. Recommending disciplinary actions.
Is this making any sense to you?
Incorrect. I am not full of surprises. Machines, circuitry, robotics, beacon search assessment. Requires more Terran system data for success.
Sounds like Delta may be able to find the location to this production facility if it can collect more Terran data like it did last time.
Which means repeating how it happened in the first place.
You think that's possible?
Incorrect. Very easy.
If we're all in agreement, then you have your first mission from us. Go with Delta to retrieve additional data from the Terrans.
And destroy any of their ships while you're at it.
Once you have the necessary data, have Delta pinpoint the production facility, gather the roboticist, and return her to us.
Good luck out there. Hopefully, you won't need it.
Once we have that roboticist, we can plan our next move.
Make sure to bring that roboticist back here once you... Retrieval.
These young fools, so certain of their morality. What do they know, eh?
Yes, let us celebrate the young and the fearless, and build monuments to their heroism. Let them watch us toast them from the pit of their early graves.
I did not survive the tragedy of Shinar just to forget its lessons. Shinar was a research outpost built out in the far reaches of space. We were humble scientists, studying the land and making discoveries. It would have continued to be thus had we not invited a stranger into our home. There was a shipwreck with a lone survivor. We rescued him, brought him back, and treated his wounds. He repaid us by stealing our ship, wrecking our comms, and leaving us there to die. All because we gave him shelter. Because we did the right thing. Sheer luck. Without food, water, we only had days before dehydration set in. But some decided to take their own lives and die on their own terms. It was luck. I never said what kind. Now, I must live with my actions. All because we chose to help a stranger. Yes, but he lied to us. Told us he was a merchant, not a thief. And we paid the price for our naivety. I've all but given up on finding him, but if you feel the need, here are the coordinates. I cannot speak to what you'll find there, but it may point you to what you seek. I am against volunteering for any fight I've no stake in, yes. Once you open your eyes, see the world for what it really is, you'll realize the truth. All things you believe honorable and chaste mean nothing when you are cold and starving and crossing swords with death. He was a real bear of a man. Soft-spoken, but forceful. What few words he used, he didn't mince. A man like that tends to get respect, but it's all a ruse. And he fooled us just long enough to give us the slip. Of course, I thought about it. Every day for 2 years. Until it consumed me. But then I realized there was no goddamn point to any of it. Even if I kill him, so what? My friends, my colleagues are all dead. Whoever Caruso is, let God be his judge. And if there is no God, then we're all doomed anyway. I grow weary of this galaxy.
Excuse me, Miss LeBlanc. Just a few quick questions for SSNN, if you could.
Very well, but make it quick, huh?
Anchorpoint was built on the premise that Grav Tribe technology will advance beyond its current limits. If it doesn't, is there a fallback plan? Some other way to use the station that's profitable?
I hardly think
Nice
that's
digs.
necessary. As someone who spent her entire professional life in the world of commerce, I can promise you one thing. Horror is inevitable, especially if there's profit to be made.
Some have characterized Anchorpoint as a vanity project. They point to the personal wealth you've sunk into it and the speculative nature of the venture. Do you feel like that's an unfair characterization? Any words for the skeptics?
I welcome it. Throughout our history, every visionary has had skeptics. It's a simple truth that bold ideas elicit strong reactions. I assure you, we are going into this with clear eyes and a great plan.
One more, if I may.
I'm sorry, but I really don't have the time. My press agent can handle any
See
spell.
Valeria for a drink.
Thanks for
The
your time.
prices are fair.
Hey, you're in the Vanguard, right? I can tell. I hope to join up myself someday. Behave yourself and we won't have a problem.
So, when do you think the others will get here?
Should be any moment. But their loss. We get to start the party early.
Here, here!
This'll be one hell of a celebration, won't it, Sawyer?
Let's get another round of drinks. Hey, sorry. We're not being too loud, are we? They'll be around later. But for now, we could always use another, huh? It's no fun to celebrate if you can't bring others into it.
Really, Sawyer? Her?
Don't mind Opal. She has a hard time making new friends. Who knows? We all may end up being peas in a pod. I finally got my new ship paid off. Even sounds wild to say.
AKA, he got back into his parents' good graces and they paid it off for him.
Don't tell them, but I managed to get more money from them than was needed. Got the ship decked out too now. That's a shame. Well, if you ever want to have a few free drinks, you know where to find us. You're back! Still want to join us? Of course, we'll be here.
I hope Sawyer's right about you.
Whatever you're selling, I ain't buying.
Profits are down, Killian.
Supplies, talk to Killian and Darcy.
I don't control how much our patrons choose to spend on my goods. If you listen to my suggestions...
Downloading encryption style for testing.
Well, whatever you're doing, well, looks impressive.
Oh, another day. Yeah? Well, I just got some bad news. What the hell do you care? What are you, a psychiatrist? Yeah, maybe. Maybe you're right. It's my son, Miles. He's a cargo pilot. Makes some dangerous runs. He got ambushed by spacers. They seized the ship and took him as a hostage. His co-pilot, Lucia, managed to escape from the spacer hideout. She sent me a message begging for help. I just don't know who to turn to. You would do that? Really? Sorry if I seem a little in shock. Most people around here don't stick their neck out for others. But thank you. Sincerely. There's one more thing. My son and I had a falling out. We haven't spoken in years. If you mention me, I'm not sure how he'll react. It might be better not to. Anyway, just thought you should know. Look, I don't know you, and that's a sensitive subject. I'm sure you'd want your privacy respected if our roles were reversed, especially if it involved the greatest regret of your life. I appreciate that. Now, please, hurry. My son's life is in your hands.
Mr. Saint calls the shots, so stay on his good side.
Yes? The ship that just docked, that was you, right? You must be relieved to have made it here safe and sound. This area? Well, if you mean the Algorab system, then maybe. It's pretty remote out here. There's no United Colonies or Freestar Collective patrol ships. But that's not what I mean. Space travel is incredibly dangerous. Anyone who arrives safely is lucky. Yeah, I get that a lot. I just can't stop thinking about the dangers all around us. A rickety old star station on the fringes of explored space. What's there to be nervous about? Well, maybe you just haven't stopped to consider the hazards of space. Think about it. There's pirates and spacers out there who'd love nothing more than to blast you into atoms. Not to mention micrometeorite storms, cosmic rays, and the icy vacuum of space itself. You think your ship will protect you, but one loose bolt in your hull, one faulty circuit in life support, that's all it takes. Nothing I said is a lie. All those dangers are very, very real. All that stands between us and a horrifying death in the vacuum of space is a few metal walls. Good luck getting a decent night's sleep with that on your mind. In any case, you made the perilous journey to our little speck of light in the abyss. So, how can I help you? Do you ever lay on your back and look up at the stars? I used to do that to test myself. See, for me, that never felt like looking up. It felt like looking down into a terrifying abyss. At any moment, I was afraid that gravity could fail and I would plunge down into the sky. I guess after a while, fear becomes a kind of companion. Oh, sure. Once I've saved up enough money, I'm gonna book passage on a ship. Of course, I'll probably have to take something to knock myself out. I do not want to be conscious for any space travel. No way. Hopefully I can find a settlement on a planet where it's always daytime. That way I'll never have to look up at the night sky and be reminded of the terrors of space. Okay. Oh, my time's up? Okay.
Grab a drink and relax.
Gillian Bryce. I offer various items for a fair price. Likewise. And may I say, your timing is fortunate. I have a network of buyers interested in obtaining rare and dangerous chemical compounds. Being controlled substances, a permit is required to transport the compounds. Of course, for the resourceful ship's captain, there are always other options.
Here we go. Kinda knew this was coming.
Not quite. There's a little more to it. Occasionally, in dire circumstances, pilots have to jettison their illicit cargo. I have the location of one such lost shipment, and I need someone to retrieve it. There could be other interested parties, so danger is a possibility. When word gets out that valuable cargo has been lost, one never knows who might come looking. Whoever does won't be eager to share their claim. It could hardly be simpler. I'll provide the coordinates and let you be on your way. You can find me here when you have the cargo. Certainly. Very well. Talk to Mr. Saint. If he provides the funds, I'll arrange a purchase.
That could take weeks, and I know you've got plenty in stock right now. Give me what I need for my team. Mr. Saint can reimburse you.
Right.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that idea.
Guess the bridge is no longer in use.
Don't know why I'm recording this. Just seems like somebody should say something. You live in a place long enough, it starts to feel like a kind of home, I suppose. I remember the day we started construction on this station. There was so much enthusiasm, so much pride. A whole lot of folks put a whole lot of passion into the job. We built her right, and built her to last. And now, it's time to say goodbye. Without the occasional correction from the orbital thrusters, she'll start to drop. Until one day, she'll light up the sky over Algorab 2 in a last glorious fireball. Damn, I wish I could be there to see it. This is Chief Engineer Gus Gentry of Anchorpoint Station, signing off for the last time.
I get that military service isn't for everybody, but it's right for me.
No point in just standing there. Go on, join us. You're back. Still want to join us? Take a seat. Don't worry, we order quality stuff, You ready? Go!
Ready for the second?
The others don't know what they're missing. Ready for the third drink?
As I told you yesterday, before you ask me again, no. I can't just patch it up. We can't make parts appear out of thin air. And we ain't got anything I can...
Opal, get a load of this lady.
What time is it? Hey, Sawyer, we gotta go meet up with Sadie and the others soon.
Oh, right. Hey, friend, you good? Maybe that was too many drinks? Here, let us help you. Once you get some rest, I'm sure you'll feel good as new. Is that Sleeping Beauty? How are you feeling? Hey now, calm down a moment. Relax. You're on my ship, safe and sound. And the party still isn't over. We invited more in on the fun. Go ahead, have a blast, drink, mingle. Who knows? By the time all this is over, you may meet your new best friend. Whoa, not yet. We're still having fun. Besides, do you want me to drive my ship during my own party? Go on, have fun. We'll take you back when we're all done partying. That, or if something worse happened.
If you're needing something, it's best to go talk to Sawyer. He's the host.
Party never ends.
So you're the one Opal and Sawyer found. Hope you're planning on behaving yourself. Sounds like the alcohol brought you then. Opal told me she met you at a bar. Anyway, the name's Sadie. If you ever need a moment of peace, feel free to come and talk. I don't care to get too drunk at these things. Enough to be invited. I kid. All three of us have known each other since we were little. Been best of friends ever since. I'm not sure I should tell you this, but if you see Ren, please be gentle with her. She's been sick for months and is finally getting out again. I thought this get-together could be good for her. We can talk later, all right?
Sawyer and Opal said they found a new face. Welcome aboard.
It's you again.
Don't be afraid to grab a drink. Sawyer's place is always stocked up.
Don't worry, the party's just getting started.
Hi there. Sorry, I'm not too much of a talker, or that interesting. You'd be better off talking to my sister, Sadie. I heard Opal and Sawyer found you, so I doubt that. Sorry, my name is Ren. Cooper and Sadie brought me along. I'm sure you'd have a better time with them instead. Or heck, even Opal and Sawyer would be better company than me right now. I know my sister Sadie is the one who decorated and set up the ship's security. I only came today because I could tell she wanted me to see how everything turned out. Someone told you that? It wasn't Opal, was it? I'm sorry. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. I don't know. No. Do I look that much out of place? Sawyer's parties just never were my thing. I feel like a fish out of water. Bye.
Time to mingle? I have a feeling by the end of tonight you'll be a staple of the friend group.
I love this song!
Ah, yeah, new face. It's getting pretty old having the same people here.
You're Sawyer's new friend, right? Surprised you're not partying it up with him. Right. I think Opal said you were new. Take it from me, Sawyer isn't all that. Right. Fine. I'm Cooper. I'm here because Opal and Sadie wanted me here. Not because Sawyer's get-togethers are my style. That's all. My little sister, Ren, is here. To be honest, I'm a bit shocked she even came. She wasn't feeling too well for a while. This party is her first time being out in months. Not very much. I only came because of Sadie, Opal, and Ren. I can't stand Sawyer or his get-togethers all that much. They're too loud and obnoxious. Go grab a drink or something.
Sawyer's parties are the best getaway a girl could ask for.
Hey there. Want to share a drink?
Enjoying
Looks
yourself?
like someone's having fun. Drink too much there?
If you're looking for conversation, look elsewhere.
Having fun? My parents, we haven't seen eye to eye in a long time till recently. Guess they were happy to have their boy back and gave me a real nice allowance. I had the ship before then, but hey, with all the new credits, I thought, why not make this place even better? I think it turned out amazing. In terms of fun, yeah. In terms of style, when I could afford it. But now with my parents' credits flowing into my pockets, I plan to make every party better than the last. Be careful around Ren. Sadie told me she's been at Reliant Medical lately, and she didn't even tell me why. Whatever it was, she better not be contagious. I heard some diseases can linger on a person. Do enjoy the party!
I needed this escape. Work has been driving me crazy.
Ah, yeah, new face. Getting pretty old having the same people here.
I know this is a party, but don't cause too much trouble, okay? Is that what you heard? It's not like I built this ship from the ground up or decorated the place. All this is a bit too rich for me. I just set up the security system. See the turrets around the ship? That's them. It was nothing special, but Sawyer did pay well. Have fun.
I wonder if Sadie would dance with me if I asked.
Are you enjoying yourself?
This is the best!
Having fun?
I had to step out for a minute. I swear, if I don't talk about this or get this out or something, I'm gonna explode. I cannot keep this in if I'm gonna be drinking. I don't get why Sadie has to bring her sister to everything she's invited to. Sure, help her socialize more, but she doesn't do or say anything at these parties. All she does is stand in a corner like some sad, lost child. Ugh, it's so annoying. I liked her better when she was sick. At least then she wasn't taking up space. Coop's nice, cause yeah, he's quiet, but he doesn't look sad or anything. Ren makes me sad. She makes everyone sad. I just don't get why she's always around. Okay, I better head back out. Not like I can stay in the cockpit the whole time. What a bitch.
If you're needing something, it's best to go talk to Sawyer. It's you again. Where did you find that? That wasn't for you to listen to. Say no more. I can't wait to get you off the ship. Sawyer?
Having fun? I know I am.
Opal, what's going on?
I'll explain later. For now, take this asshole back to the dump where we found her. Hope you drink and choke on your own vomit.
What did you do? Yeah, I can take you there. I'll start a course.
Where in the hell were you? I thought you ran off to get some rest after all that drinking. Couldn't find you. Good thing you're safe. Hey, I'd appreciate your advice. After our last talk, I just feel a little more at peace. A little more whole. Cora's grandpa, good old Jacob, well, he just will not stop pestering me to see Cora. And that's complicated. I mean, can you blame them? She's something else. But things with my dad, my early years, they weren't good. My mother died when I was 7. Some people have such strong memories from their early life. Me, I mean, I remember her. I have some pictures. I remember the feelings, but just a few clear memories. Odd thought. I just can't imagine what that would have been like. I'd probably be happier. Family might be tighter. Ah, well. So, Jacob raised me on his own, and shit, maybe I don't give him enough credit. I mean, I know how tough it is, but he was strict, hard. Dad was a longtime civil servant, a big man in government, and he had a future all laid out for me. Man, could he get his hooks into you. He was scary good at that. Maybe. But it was tough to live up to his exacting expectations. But I tried. I felt the weight of legacy. I wanted to do him proud. He said I had to learn the business, run some freight, see how credits flow, speak the language. Meanwhile, he's working some angle for a government job for me after. That sounded even more miserable than what I was doing. I know, right? Even after I was with the Rangers, Dad was just always needling, angling for me to join the government. But by then I knew myself more, and I could stand up to him. And Lillian, well, she helped. If I let Jacob into Cora's life, he'll dream up some big future for her and tie her into knots like he did with me. The man could teach a masterclass in manipulation. Well, like you said, I've taken a lot of hard knocks, learned a thing or two. Yeah, I might be able to make sure Jacob stays a good, doting granddad. Or else, I guess I got more to think about.
I don't know much. I do know shit. Yes?
Around here, we appreciate discretion.
Well, that looked painful.
Target's marked. Get moving.
Pull up a seat.
I'm going to enlist some Vanguard. I don't care what that old codger thinks. It's important. I don't know if I trust Maddie's pet robot. It used to be a combat model.
Hey.
I make it a point to remember every face that boards this station. Yours is a new one. Welcome to Anchorpoint. I'm Chrisie Saint, the owner of this establishment. One of the guests, a spacer, was causing trouble. We locked him up so he could sleep off his drink. His friends didn't take kindly to it and stormed out. Now it seems they're coming back to teach us a lesson. Consider your offer accepted. My head of security can fill you in on the details. That's not by accident. Our location provides some distance from the busier ports of the settled systems. It also gives us a degree of protection from those who might seek to plunder our resources. A few words of advice. We're happy to welcome all who pass through the airlock, but our hospitality has limits. Acts of theft or violence will be met with a swift response. We also value privacy and discretion here. Our patrons expect to conduct whatever business they wish, free from prying eyes and ears.
I'm sure it's all perfectly legal and above board. And if you believe that, I've got some pristine real estate on Earth to sell you.
I'm not sure what you're asking. We provide travelers with a place to rest, grab a drink, and pick up supplies. It's as simple as that. You're not the first person to make an incorrect assumption about this place. Now, back to the matter at hand. I trust you understand the rules? Excellent. I hope this will be the first of many visits. Unless you have any questions, I'll leave you to it. The station was built over 80 years ago as part of a failed business venture. The intent was to create a jumping-off point to star systems not yet accessible by gravjump. When the expected advances in grav drive technology didn't happen, the station was abandoned and forgotten. I stumbled across a reference in some old business records and came for a look. I found it in a decaying orbit around Algorab 2 and had it towed here into the free lanes. A wealthy industrialist named Gabriella LeBlanc. She was a true visionary. Her dream was to usher in the next great chapter of interstellar exploration. Alas, despite its impressive capabilities, even grav drive has its limits. I wish she were here to see that I'm trying to salvage something of that dream. It's certainly better off than it was when I found it. It's true that maintenance is one of my biggest costs, but I accept it as part of the venture. There's not really much to tell. I worked in finance, climbing the corporate ladder at a few different companies. I did well for myself, but started to find the work tedious. So I sought more stimulating employment. I spent a few years with Ecliptic managing their books. It was quite profitable and rarely dull. Once I'd made enough to retire, I decided to find a project, something to keep me busy. You're standing in that project now. I won't deny it's a challenge. I prefer not to advertise, both to save credits and because of the unwanted attention it risks. Instead, we rely on word of mouth from a loyal base of frequent patrons. That, plus a degree of discipline with expenses, keeps us afloat. Just the basics, really. We're a small operation. Valeria runs the bar, which has a modest selection. We have 2 vendors, Killian and Darcy, who stock some useful items. If you need medical attention, Cutty is our resident physician. Good talk.
Ah, John.
Plenty in stock right now. Give me what I need for my team. Mr. Saint. Protect everyone. I might be forced to make a difference.
If there's trouble, let us handle it.
Now, take out the leader. That should be enough.
Up some pouches. You could carry my tools. You know, like saddlebags.
Oh, really? Don't give me that attitude. Pull your weight around here, good one.
traders are a rare commodity out here.
I could always mix the drinks a little weaker. Of course, the patrons don't like that overly much. Maybe we should charge less for the drinks. At least until the quality improves.
We should not. Never say never say.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, what is it? Oh my god. Is that supposed to be me? Hero? Is that what they're calling me? I find that term almost offensive. I don't like to talk about my past, but suffice to say, my history as a soldier was not without trauma. To see me in that uniform, memorialized in this way, I don't know how to feel. Maybe under different circumstances, I might have appreciated it. But to see my service commercialized this way, well, it's certainly a choice. Either way, as collectibles go, it's definitely a conversation piece, so feel free to hold on to it. But I also wouldn't be opposed to you tossing it into the nearest incinerator. I should start charging for my services. Bye-bye.